out of just that window.
Oh. What do you know? I had a fight with paint. Less.
Why do you have to fight with paint at all? Just post
I've just
open
saved the
window.
image.
You can just paste straight into Discord.
Whoa! What?
Yeah. You are not very proficient with computers.
Where was I supposed to learn that? You could just...
I learned it.
Where would I learn Alt... Pertsk?
I learned it.
Yeah, where?
On my own.
How?
I must have sometime hit
Just
it.
hitting
and learned
Alt
it.
in every button combination and trying all the apps, see what did what?
No. I must have just bumped it at some point and noticed that it did something different and gone back to try and figure out why it did that.
Well, I've never bumped that specific combination of two
Let's
keys.
see here. Banshees.
Numbnuts.
You have them sorted weird.
Are you...
There we go. I will cram a bunch of banshees into a volcano and then beat the shit out of them.
That's illegal.
Hey, don't judge me.
Who new patches up?
It's up for everybody?
No, I'm just saying it's a new hot fix. Fix. Additional realm quests that ask for too many items.
I guess that means it has for like 45 or something really stupid.
I'd like to think so because it's fun.
The only question is if it asked for more than there were item things.
That's
available.
bad.
Then it would be really bad. Man, Mr. Vibrate over here really vibrate.
Should have said sharp as a razor. Or sharp as like something that is this many sharp.
Sharp is broken glass. Sharp is...
I said, steel doesn't have an innate sharpness. And there's posted a picture. I wish you could highlight that sentence without fighting it, but... Ah!
I mean, you technically could if you highlighted it and then hit Control-I to invert the color.
But that's pants. In the Dominator.
I definitely understand a thing or two about MS Paint because I've done a lot of pixel art in it. Now, the biggest problem you have is fighting with a touchpad in MS Paint. That's where the pain in the ass comes from.
Long ago, humans traded slave brownies to take advantage of their altruistic nature. They made a big mistake. In Rhodia, brownies who have learned to fight wield large hammers of different weights. Brownie brutes carry the heaviest ones, made of a hard alloy. See, okay. Alloy can be a hard. They need to undergo strict training before they can wield them. Despite their small size, the strength of these creatures is immense, and they can easily handle weapons that weigh up to twice their own weight. That's not an aspect of strength, though. I don't care how strong you are, if it's twice your weight, you're not going to swing it. You're going to swing yourself by it. It's physics.
That's not necessarily.
Oh.
If you're both planted in the ground, then yes. But it's up in the air, and therefore its resistance to motion is lower than your resistance to motion. Meaning that the momentum is going to go through it. You might still shift yourself in a way, just as a natural equal and opposite reaction, but it's not fighting to be moved as much as you are.
Night Velvet gem wings cannot remain still. In fact, if their movements are contained, they quickly turn bright red and explode into 1,000 pieces, unless they are released in a few seconds.
What do all the Vulpix say?
Let's find out. I think the patch slightly increased the scroll speed of the bestiary. Good. The Arcus Vulpus can change its fur color at will effortlessly. In this way, it can camouflage itself in all kinds of environments. Not sure what kind of environments normally.
So it's a cuttlefish fox.
Not sure what kind of environments normally camouflage itself floor with rainbows. I guess the Temple of Lies. However, it is also a skilled, energetic, and tenacious hunter, so it generally does not use its camouflage unless it's feeling too lazy at the moment to chase prey. So it's good camouflage abilities that it usually doesn't use.
I mean, you can still use camouflage as a hunter. So that you're not noticed until you reach your prey.
Unlike other Vulpes, the Cosmos Vulpes has not lost its animal instincts. It sounds like the Arcus Vulpes hasn't either. And can still be seen stalking rabbits and small birds, although it does not need to feed on them anymore. Since most of Rhodia's Vulpes have stopped hunting their old prey, many farmers in the region have asked the authorities to repopulate the area with this particular variety. Huh.
So that way it will keep the bird population.
The energy unleashed by the activation of 10 nether orbs at once, I didn't realize there were them, had some consequence for Rhodia's animal kingdom. The black-furred, bright-eyed fox left its deep forest habitat to feed on the corpses of magical beasts. Its appearance may inspire mistrust, but it's actually a harmless creature, as long as it is not hungry.
Hungry. They like to talk about food, apparently.
When an old ruler of Siralim unleashed the power of 10 nether orbs at once, which game was that in? 2? Part of their magic was absorbed by this creature. It walks slowly, delicately moving its 2 tails, but has a relentless gaze. Its mere presence can permanently unhinge the weak of spirits, turning them into pyromaniacs who seek in the flames light similar to its own. Obviously, the incandescent Vulpes turns people into pyromaniacs for some reason. A peculiar thing for it to do. You have to agree.
Wow, why is our crystal so low?
I don't know, it was. I noticed that earlier. This creature does not tolerate its own kind. It lashes 2 tails threateningly when it encounters them. It's believed that its coat has some magical properties, and some small-time merchants have begun to sell concoctions that they claim contains its essence. However, if any of these traders had gotten close enough to this variety of Vulpes, they would most likely have been bitten before they could even think of running away. Now, it doesn't mean they wouldn't have collected its essence. Besides, the Lost Vulpes isn't attacking. Well, exceptionally adept at attacking. Originally from the snowy regions of Skyward Vulpes quickly became famous for the cold emanating from their bodies. Indeed, some experienced magi began to hunt and sell them to the wealthiest people in the country as an ostentatious method of food preservation and to cool their homes during the warm season. Oh, they're locked up in cages, which are then placed in the pantries of these morally bankrupt individuals. That's bizarre. This creature appeared recently in Rhodia, and though it rarely approaches towns and cities, it did not take long before myths and legends sprang up around it. Although it certainly cannot steal human souls with its eyes, it does enjoy chasing unlucky travelers who flee in terror when they encounter it.
Playful.
Yeah, Spirit Vulpes is apparently just a joker. In exchange for losing their eyesight, Terra Vulpes can sense their environment through the auras that surround all objects and living things. When they're hungry, they focus the 6th sense in a small area to detect sources of magic to feed on. These creatures were native to the deep forests of Rhodia, but after events that led to the ascension of an old ruler of Siralim, they can now be found near towns and cities.
So yeah, they must be plot relevant to one of the earlier games or something.
Yeah, apparently Terra Vulpes are blind. Huh. I would have never guessed. But they're also Lucarios.
Because they have a pokey chest?
No, because they can see aura stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant they had the pokey chest.
Nuh-uh. Fire salamanders like to make their nests in the Great Pandemonium. I can't find them.
Wait, did you already do the decay?
Yeah. Yeah, we did all of them. Fire salamanders like to make their nests in the Great Pandemonium wherever you don't find any signs. They can walk on lava without harm, so they generally lay their eggs on islands surrounded by this dangerous substance. If a flying creature tries to approach, the fire salamander spits fire at it to knock it down, where it dies in the heat of the magma. Volcanar quickly became an admirer of these creatures.
Okay, but most things that would fly in this area probably also are resistant to fire, wouldn't you imagine?
Huh. Yeah. And again, the fire salamander, it isn't
Doesn't
here.
live here. How about the carbuncles as well when you're done with the salamander?
Honestly, sort of picking and choosing which it's here. Oh. Most ice salamanders live in the frostbite caverns, where you also don't find any salamanders. When they cannot find a hollow, well, maybe they just aren't hostile. When they cannot find a hollow space in the ice in which to lay their eggs, they periodically freeze the rock with their powerful breath to help them develop successfully. When these creatures reach maturity, they leave behind a slippery trail of solid ice. Sometimes, many young ice salamanders can be seen following an adult one, sliding merrily on the frozen ground.
Cute.
So yeah, apparently they skating.
You could also have a hybrid of Snorlax and the axolotl line that I was talking about. So it would be no Slaxolotl, Snaxolotl, a Taxolotl.
Hello. Months ago, a team from the University of Natural Science in Vaneland discovered that wind salamanders are sterile. What does that
Then
mean?
how do you have new ones?
They were born from the eggs of other breeds of salamander due to a mutation.
Sigil of the Phoenix.
Okay, so they're just born from other salamanders.
Oh, so it can consistently trigger the on it resurrect. That's not bad.
Potentially, yeah.
Basically every other turn per Phoenix.
Carbuncles are elusive, easily frightened creatures, though not by nature. In ancient times, humans discovered that the gem on their foreheads has the ability to store spells, which can then be used by anyone with practically no limitations. Any magic item around an aquamarine carbuncle gets slightly colder and gives off specks of blue light. They're more visible the closer it gets to the creature. Unlike the rest of their kind, aquamarine carbuncles do not dislike water. They sometimes even enjoy shaking themselves next to others of their species while they are wet.
So they're dicks.
Humans hunted carbuncles to near total extinction as they waged war against their neighboring towns and cities. The Watcher War began soon after. Emerald carbuncles are braver and more cunning than the rest of their species, taking advantage of their cute and delicate appearance. They approach children who are playing away from their parents and attracts them by levitating happily around them. Oh, when it gets their attention, it leads them into the middle of the forest until a predator finds them and kills them. Alright, so the Emerald carbuncle is a dick.
Well, the other one was a dick too.
Yeah, maybe
just
no.
in a less extreme way.
Once the Watcher War is over, the Ravens tried to get in touch with the gods so they could intervene on behalf of the carbuncles, but none of them answered their demands. Well, why not? Any magic item around a carbuncle reacts to its presence in sometimes imperceptible ways. Onyx carbuncles are curious and unruly, and they kept sneaking into human homes to steal food, or simply open the kitchen cupboards and then throw everything to the floor for fun.
So they're cats.
Even when they were being hunted. When a magic item touches their fur, it turns black permanently. Presumably the magic item. It could also be the Onyx carbuncle, which is why they're all black.
Because they have a magic item sticking out of their forehead.
Well, because they've touched them. Well, because you gave, well, yeah, they're gonna give them. Yeah, they're all kind of dicks of varying degrees. The Ravens were firmly determined to protect the carbuncles from the humans, which led them to discover certain secrets about dimensional magic, which were very advanced for their time. That, especially, caught Bertram's attention. Fur of the ruby carbuncle prevents heat loss, even in very cold temperatures. So other than plucking the gem on their foreheads, humans also skinned them to make clothes. It's probably a lot of skinning, but they stopped doing so when it was discovered that, in the long term, the clothes made from their fur cause human skin to dry and peel off.
Posthumous revenge.
Oh, this one's a smaller font because it's longer. It took half of the raven population of crooks to build a new home for the carbuncles. So the ravens seem to really care about the carbuncles. In the
Like
ritual,
they're friends.
yeah, I mean, I guess they're both sorcery class. When the ritual began, trails of light quickly shot in the air over the squawks and arcane manifestations that guided the magic towards this manifestation. But Vertrag had not revealed the price that they would pay. What did you do?
Symbiotic relationship.
When the door to the new world opened at the top of the city's magic palace, the ravens who had participated in its creation lost their lives and collapsed on the cobblestone of their own home. Why'd you keep that from them, Vertrag? Few, perhaps fortunately, managed to see the carbuncles start their long journey before closing their eyes forever. Sapphire Carbuncle appeared after that and stayed with the ravens, guarding the Rod of Ruin for thousands of years. However, now that the Temple of Lies is accessible, it has joined its kind to protect their lives.
So the Temple of Lies was built by ravens?
That just means that maybe it wasn't available until Ultimate. And that
And so then what caused the ravens to die?
I guess the spell they were using some powerful spell to create a new home for the carbuncles, but apparently the price of that magic was their lives, and Bertrand
it was a group Jesus effort on behalf of the.
Yeah, but honestly, they're just building a house. It shouldn't cost them that much. Let's see.
Well, I think it means like a realm, basically. Oh, they built the Temple of Lies because that's where the carbuncles seem to reside.
True. I mean, I guess they built something like that. I guess yeah, it's pretty impressive. Carbuncles can only feed on ambient magic, and do it through the gem on their hands. If it was removed, they starved to death a few days later. Whether it was for fun or part of his plans, Bertrand revealed certain secrets to the ravens that helped them build a new dimension to save the carbuncles. So Bertrand tricked them into saving the carbuncles at their own expense.
Yeah, but not all of them, because there's still ravens that live.
Right, just the ones who participated in the ritual. So it was sort of a very neutral action on its part.
Mm-hmm.
Two of those carbuncles are tame and spend most of the day asleep, so they're cats. In addition, they are the ones that most easily establish links with creatures of other species, so it's very common to find them as pets in non-human towns and cities, especially crooks.
Especially crooks?
Yes. It's
Like
C-R-U-X.
Oh.
It's a
proper town of crooks.
Yes. Ah, so I'm assuming the Watcher War must have been a war between Watchers and Ravens? Lore? What?
I mean, you're literally reading the lore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to donate to Volcanar for a while because I need the extra brimstone and 1,000 every time. It's significant.
Watchers were the first real threat to this world because of their superior knowledge of magic. When they arrived, they appeared to be playful and harmless creatures. Some even thought they were different gods, but when their numbers were large enough, they mercilessly attacked the first human cities and reduced them to ashes and rubble.
Oh, you're reading on the Watchers to figure out about it.
Okay, so no, the Watchers are also dicks.
Everyone's a dick. Crapsack world.
The Vulpes don't sound that bad.
They seem very true neutral.
Let's see, Sirathli's faithful...
Or wait. Low intelligence is unaligned, right? Or
What?
is it true neutral?
Intelligence?
In D&D.
Your stats have nothing to do with your alignment.
I thought if you were below a certain intelligence, you couldn't have an alignment.
I've never heard of that. Maybe that was a thing, but not in modern stuff.
Oh no, if you're below 3 intelligence, you can't have a language. That's right.
Right. The war against the Watchers did not begin until the Watcher Sentinel crossed the portal to this world. The wave was over. It stood in front of a huge temple crowded with people and unceremoniously fired countless rays through its eyes. The temple fell to the ground, burying hundreds of people. The Sentinel is a relentless watchman. But what was it watching over? Why did it leave its home dimension? The truth was not revealed until the Ophons arrived.
So the Ophons and the Watchers are related. which makes sense.
Oh, it just keeps linking from one lore to another.
It's like a wiki walk.
A walkie.
No, a wiki walk is what they're actually called when you like start at one and then you just keep clicking links until
You're
you
lost.
have 200 tabs and don't even remember what you were looking for in the first place.
Because you will have 200 tabs. I get that in TV tropes too, which is a wiki.
TV tropes will destroy your life.
Oh, there's a simple answer to what the Ophons are all about. Just the first paragraph. Well, the first sentence. The Ophons were born from the efforts of Siralim and Yaceros to prevent their creation from being destroyed. So I guess they were probably created to fight the Watchers. Yeah. Burhua Ophon during the Watchers helped the faithful cast stronger spells. Viserys knew that the size and shape of Watchers, as well as their ability to fly, made them especially lethal as spellcasters. Their shape made them very effective casters.
Yep, having one eye.
Or maybe just being round.
And sharp teeth. Well, but the Sentinel, I guess, doesn't have one eye.
Right, but they just have a central like ball of a body.
So does that mean Cephalothoraces are really good at spellcasting?
I guess so.
Kirby's a great spellcaster.
The first human biologists studying Ophons discovered that despite their intelligence, they do not have the biological support to move or to think.
Something's different.
What?
I feel like before we didn't have 20,000 hit points. I feel like everything had like 12,000. Were we missing something before?
I don't know what could have changed.
Because I know after it, I get a bunch from something.
Let's see, Bertrand also helped create the Galian Ophon. The Irantha Ophon likes to stand on the shoulders of its largest allies, so they can cast spells from safety.
I have the Unchained and the Rua one here.
Not anymore.
Siralim likes to make things with hard to pronounce names.
Their battle devastated an entire city, but in the end, the Ophon were victorious.
Regalis is the arachnid, right?
Yes. The Sentinel begged for mercy with its eyes, but the Malu Ophon is a merciless creature and prepared a spell to deliver the coup de grace. It was then that the Vortex Observer sent its allies stand between the two and let the legendary Ophon know. So now the vortices are involved.
Vortex Observer, I think, is. Oh, wait, yeah.
What is the truth?
So, this is like the most disjointed book you've ever read, basically.
The Ophon's appearance is not without purpose. The Watchers hesitated to attack creatures similar to them, which made them lose the initiative.
Oh, so they just don't even get to roll for initiative?
Nope, they just lose initiative automatically if something resembles them.
I guess that's what sneak attack does, kind of. You roll for initiative, but you're already down one turn.
No, I don't see anything. There's no Vortex Observer.
I think there is. I think it's a guild.
No, that's the evil Vortex. I know because it's a funny name. The Jaegergoyle likes to perch on a tavern's counter and watch the customers. If it believes they are not drunk enough after some time, it starts moving around the tables and lets them drink from its body. These creatures are banned from most cities for this reason. What? Oh, what? Oh, I guess I just don't have it. That is weird.
I was gonna say, I swear I've heard that name before. Vortex Observer has an omniscient knowledge of everything that happens in the present, although its way of understanding is different from that of the rest of the creatures. When Molo Ophon Was about to kill the Watcher Sentinel. This creature projected images and emotions to the mind of the legendary Opha. The Watchers only felt fear and deep regret. They had been wrenched from their world by accident, and they feared an invasion. That put an end to the war, and a new era began.
So they were just scared, and so they started just killing everything.
Themed.
Oh, hey, so it doesn't... That's the end of the chain.
Yep.
Well, at least one end of it.
That is a chapter in the book.
It's the Eyeball War.
So you haven't gotten all of Aeolians yet?
I haven't summoned all of them.
You don't have to. You have to just purchase them.
Right, I haven't purchased all of them. I guess I've been buying furniture or something.
Freaks.
Ooh. Ooh.
I got a sorceress snake.
Oh no. More lore is happening.
Well, you're reading lore. What do you expect?
Yeah, I guess so. When Torin gave life to the first giant, he showed it to Vulcanar, trying to impress him. Like,
When does Torin ever care about anyone's opinion on anything?
I don't know, maybe it was young Torin.
Babby.
Or maybe he's just insecure.
I could believe that.
The God of Fire did not waste any time getting to work on his own creations, completely disregarding the Ceres advice. The Axer Apocalypse shakes his three heads unpredictably, pulling his enemies into believing a peck is coming, but instead dealing a crushing blow with the shell in the back of its neck. So it just bludgeons them with the back of its head.
I mean, that's what giraffes do.
The back of their head?
Yeah, they
yeah.
slam their necks against each
Oh,
other.
it's... yeah.
And they also blet and have like little funny eyebrows sometimes.
Vulcanar put a lot of effort into making the apocalypses look imposing and terrifying, hoping the Watchers would flee when they saw them. Although that never happened. Their help was invaluable during the war.
Yeah, because when they get scared, they attack. They don't have fight or flight, they only have fight. And
Apparently the apocalypse and the giants fought for a while until the carnage appeared. It sounds like some mirror of the other thing. The goddess of illusion knew perfectly well that trying to convince Torin to do what she said was a complete waste of time. However, she would not let Vulcanar get away with the things, and unbeknownst to Vulcanar, Ysera made some modifications to the Gorham apocalypse while they were being created. Although their appearance is as fearsome as that of their sisters, the Gorham devour any diseases and curses afflicting their allies as if they were an afternoon snack. Huh. No. No.
SD card? No. It's right there.
Oh, that wasn't one of them that I have. Do you also have a mini game charger?
No, I don't.
I think I threw mine out.
I have no idea where to get that kind of charger.
Thank you.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye!
A rich businessman from Andalin decided he wanted an automaton that looked like him.
Oh, is this the regal
The luxury.
one?
When the kingdom's authorities came to question him, he was accompanied by a luxury automaton who had a face similar to his and the same mustache. This tycoon denied knowing anything about the matter. He pointed at the automaton saying, "I don't really see the resemblance," which was not very convincing.
That was a very weird anecdote. It didn't sound like it was finished. You do it again. Just silent.
Well, you're all silenced. That's why.